where the news comes first.
Tonight, exclusive video of a local suspect accused of murdering 3 women and their children. Good evening. It happened outside a convenience store in East St. Louis. 3 women gunned down in front of their children. Tonight, police say they have the shooter in custody. New tonight, our cameras were there as police brought him in for questioning. News Channel 5's Ann Rubin has tonight's top story.
Well, tonight authorities tracked the man down at a St. Louis apartment. They expect formal charges in the next day or two. We aren't naming the suspect or showing his face until then. Again, authorities would like to find the suspect's Mercury Grand Marquis. Anyone with information should call Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS. Lisa? Ann, thank you.
A 3-year-old is recovering after getting shot early this morning in East St. Louis. Illinois State Police say the boy and his guardian were shot with a shotgun around 2 o'clock at the home in the 1000 block of Sycamore. Police are looking for a person of interest. They are not releasing the circumstances surrounding the shooting, but say both victims are expected to recover. A St. Louis area native who died last month while serving in Iraq returns home tomorrow. Sergeant Christopher Cooper was 28 years old. The Army has not released a cause of death. Sergeant Cooper joined the Marines after he graduated from Fox High School in Arnold. When he finished his tour of duty with the Marines, he joined the Army. Visitation is Tuesday at Lord Funeral Home on Telegraph Road. His funeral is Wednesday at the same location. Hundreds of people received H1N1 flu shots in Lincoln County today. The health department hosted a 12-hour clinic at the Lincoln County Fairgrounds in Troy. East St. Louis City Councilmen fired their city manager tonight. Robert Betts was the city manager for more than 3 years. City leaders said they appreciated his service but wanted to go on a new direction. Mayor Alvin Parks tells News Channel 5 Budget Director Delitra Hudson will serve as interim city manager and continue to do both jobs for the near future. It passed the House, but health care reform might hit a wall in the Senate. There is growing concern about the so-called public option, and a powerful independent lawmaker says he'll lead a filibuster. NBC's Brian Moore has the story from Washington.
At the White House, President Obama acknowledged his biggest political victory since taking office, the House passage of a sweeping health care reform bill.
Given the heated and often misleading rhetoric surrounding this legislation, I know that this was a courageous vote for many members of Congress.
The bill is passed.
Democrats won with just 2 votes to spare. One of them was from a Republican, Joseph Gow of New Orleans. He felt the heat from his traditionally liberal district and now faces the wrath of his own party. Health care reform may face an even tougher fight in the Senate. Democrats have a 60-vote majority, but that 60th vote, Democrat turned independent Joe Lieberman of Connecticut allows to filibuster any bill with a public option like the one included in the House bill.
If the public option plan is in there, as a matter of conscience, I will not allow this bill to come to a final vote because I believe the debt can break America.
The House bill is dead on arrival in the Senate. Moderate Democrats from swing districts, they bailed out on this bill. It was a bill written by liberals for liberals.
Senate Republicans are hoping to join forces with moderate Democrats and ensure their plan looks nothing like the bill that squeaked through the House. Still, the president says he's confident the Senate will pass a bill he can sign by the end of the year. In Washington, I'm Brian Moore, News Channel 5.
We have devoted an entire section to health care reform on KSDK.com. Look for the health care debate banner on the bottom right of our homepage. Well, the weather was perfect for today's Veterans Day parade in Florissant. The parade route stretched 4 miles and more than 80 units participated, including an Army helicopter and a Coast Guard boat. There was also a float featuring Korean War veterans. People lined the route to show their support. The National Veterans Day observance is Wednesday. Well, it's being billed as the largest electronics recycling drive in the country, and so far it is living up to its name. Mayor's Goodwill is teaming up with Congregation B'nai Amunah and the City of Creve Coeur for a free 2-day electronics recycling drive. So far, organizers say they have collected 160 tons of material. That's how much they collected over 2 days last year. The drive continues tomorrow from 9 until 4 at the Congregation B'nai Amunah on South Mason Road. Well, the weather here is perfect. Hopefully the streak will continue for a while. Mike?
Back in the 70s tomorrow, and at the bus stop in the morning, we'll have temperatures pretty close to 60 degrees with just a little bit of cloud cover. I'll have your forecast in a few minutes.
News Channel 5, first in high definition. This high definition broadcast is sponsored by Auto House BMW. You'll never pay more for the Auto House experience.
Landfall is imminent. It is probably going to be somewhere in this yellow area, but probably either on the Alabama coast or more probably the Florida coast late Monday into early Tuesday. And then after that, even though it will weaken dramatically and just become a very strong low pressure area, it's going to be a problem all week. Now here's our subtropical jet stream. It is guiding this storm to the north-northwest now, but pretty soon it's going to send it more to the north, and then it will leave it behind for quite a while, maybe even 2.5 days over the southeastern United States.
That ends this edition of News Channel 5 at 10. Thank you for watching. Time now for Sports.